Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to tell you a secret that most rich people will not tell you. How do you become rich and very rich, very fast, continuously, grow and become great in your financial well being? This is a secret that most people will not share. And this is the secret of productivity, that you are constantly productive. All your assets, all your businesses, all your incomes, all the opportunities that you have, all your buy-end products, all your waste products are productive. Basically, nothing goes to waste that you either own, control, or is in your possession. You are constantly making everything productive. Let me give you an example. You have idle resources that you may be having. Maybe you bought a plot of land that is unusable, that you are not using. Maybe you have money that has been stuck in a bank account continuously. That is idle resources. But when you think productively, you want to become rich productively. What do I do with what I have, or what I have in my control? So if you have cash that is laying around, put it in an investment that is generating money. Nothing should be in your possession that is doing nothing, that is actually going to lose value because of inflation. That money that you have in your bank account, let it not be lying around. Let it go to some investment somewhere, some money market fund, some government bill or bond or anything like that. Let it be giving you some money somewhere. This idle land that you have, why don't you plant trees? Because as you think about and as you plan on looking for money and doing other things, at least some trees are growing and you're increasing your value. Your idle land that was earning nothing is now productive. It is giving you riches in the form of trees that are growing, biomass that is creating wealth for you, as well as the value of the land is increasing. So everything that you have is actually productive. Think about it. When you think productively, even about your life, you are employed, you are working 8 hours a day, you have 24 hours in a day. What could you be able to do to be more productive? Could you be able to assign 2 hours of your time? Could you sleep a little bit late, or wake up a little bit early, or be able to squeeze a little bit of time in between to be able to do something creative? You are driving, you are stuck in traffic. You could shoot a video, for example, for your social media to build your brand. You could shoot a YouTube video as you are stuck in traffic thinking, oh, this traffic is not moving, oh, this is not happening. What could you be doing in that time that seems like a dead time, like a dead space, instead of entertaining yourself? Why shouldn't you be learning? You could be listening to something, some podcast that is actually creating value for you. This idle time that you have, instead of complaining about life, instead of talking about things that do not make sense, why don't you start learning a new skill? Why don't you start following some new advice that is going to help you grow? Productivity, even of your time. No idle time. Remember, productivity is the key to becoming wealthy, to becoming rich. And not just becoming rich, but be continuously rich. Because we want that every opportunity that you have, every time that you have, every resource that you have is increasing in value. It is not just dying. Remember, time is limited, it is finite. But you find out that there's so much time that you can be able to have if you plan your life effectively. If you wake up early, you wake up at 5, most people wake up at 7 to be able to do their things, 6:37, 6, 7. If you wake up at 5, you wake up, you do your morning meditations, maybe you pray, maybe you do some meditations and all these things. You start with some exercise. Then after your exercise, you start studying. Maybe you are increasing your skills. So by the time somebody is waking up, you have had your own quiet time, peaceful time, moments with your God and your spiritual life. You are now more aware as a person. You have gone to exercise, so your health is better. You're going to incur less medical expenses, and even your overall mental and social well-being is a lot better. You have learned a new skill. When somebody is waking up at 6, at 7, you woke up early, have done all these things, and they're starting from zero when you have already acquired all these things. When when you are getting to the office, by the time you're getting to the office, if you can be able to prepare your day before you get there, the time that you get there, you may be able to do the work that you would take somebody 8 hours, you can be able to do it in 4 hours. Then you can be able to schedule your time and even have excess time to be able to allocate for more productive activities at the workplace. Have you ever seen people who waste a lot of time in the workplace? They come at 9, then they say hi to everyone, it is 10, then they take some tea, it is 11:30, then they do a few things, then they leave for lunch at 12:30. Basically, by the end of the day, they have been very busy but have achieved nothing. Lack of productivity. Be productive. If in your office you cannot be able to concentrate because there are so many busy bodies, then come early. Achieve a lot of things. Do your own personal things that can be able to improve your life and be able to achieve in a short period of time what you could otherwise not have achieved. Productivity in terms of time also allows you to know, am I a morning person? Am I a late person? Do you grind through the night? Are you a night owl? Or are you a morning person? When you are most effective and energetic is where you put most of the effort. Because remember, sometimes being smarter is not about putting too much work or hard work and too much effort, but using your own skills and your own opportunities, your own strength to achieve what you would otherwise have achieved for longer, for shorter, because you're using your own individual strengths. No idle resources, remember. The other thing is having a growth mindset. When you have a growth mindset, everything that you see becomes an opportunity for you. If you have a hotel, you have a lot of waste products. You have a lot of food that is going to waste. What do you do with this food? You start thinking about, what can I grow with what I have, with what is limited to me, and how can I improve on this? You start looking at every weakness, not as something that is going to drive you down the drain, but an opportunity for you to be able to improve a skill set, to be able to increase some form of capital, to be able to increase some form of knowledge. A growth mindset that allows you to grow continuously. This is something that rich people have. They're constantly questioning themselves. How did I make this decision? Why did I make this decision? Was this decision based on some fact? How can I be able to make better decisions? How can I be able to handle my clients even better? How can I be able to get a client to commit to a project or to commit to giving me business faster than I did before? They're constantly asking and questioning. Only poor people are afraid of questioning themselves, of questioning their motives, of questioning the things that they actually do. But a wise person, a rich person, is one who is constantly questioning themselves, because if there is no one to compete against, then you have to compete against yourself so that you can constantly be at the top of your game. That is how productivity comes. The other thing is passive incomes. A productive person is always thinking, I only have 8 hours or so, or 10 hours or 24 hours in a day. I can only do so much in terms of active employment or active business. I need to be able to have something that is making money for me without me having to put the physical effort. And this is where passive income comes. You could create a book and be selling a book online. When you are working, you are making some money. You could be able to do some music and be able to release some music, and people pay royalties to be able to listen to your music. What is it that you can be able to do that can give you money while you are sleeping? Productivity. When you are sleeping, when you are resting, your money is making you money, or your skill is making you money, or your talent is making you money. Passive income, generating value even when you are not creating physical value. So value should be able to create value that is not attached to your physical time or resources that you have there. And then having a rich mindset in terms of productivity allows you to be able to think about symbiotic relationships. You have these businesses. You have a business, for example, a consulting business that does not have continuous income, but you may be able to do 2 jobs that can be able to give you an income for a whole year. So 2 jobs, money that is going to give you for a whole year. This business does not need you to be able to give a lot of, to buy a lot of things to be able to do this business, because it is like a service business, but it's bringing money. So you have a lot of money at say in June and in December. What do you do with this money that you have in June, yet your expenses are spread throughout the year? You could, for example, have another business that is cash based. It requires cash, but is able to convert this cash faster to even more cash for you. So when you get this consultancy income that comes in lump sum, you can be able to take this money, instead of paying your rent for 2 years, something poor people do, you can be able to invest in this new business that is going to increase some value, maybe 10% more of what you have already been making. A symbiotic relationship, a symbiotic business. Like I mentioned earlier, you have a hotel, you have food products that are going to waste. Why don't you have a chicken farm or a duck farm where this waste food is not thrown away? You do not pay people to take care of your trash, but you take your trash and create value in terms of eggs and chicken meat and duck meat that you can again be able to sell. You think about everything in terms of symbiosis. You are a real estate agent. You are in the business of helping people buy properties. You're in the businesses of getting people to be able to rent properties, and you manage people's properties. Why don't you now go up the ladder and now start building your own projects, or being involved in real estate construction projects, because you understand what the market needs, what the customer wants, what are the price ranges, and what the opportunities are in the real estate market. You build a business to support a different business and be able to control the whole value chain. The people sometimes who make a lot of money in terms of business are people who are able to control the business, not just the operational level, but are able to even control the productive level. Think like that, symbiosis. What can I be able to do? How can I be able to acquire a new skill that is going to complement my current skill and allow me to be even more marketable? Symbiotic relationship, symbiotic investing, symbiotic wealth creation. The other thing is replacement and substitution. Do you have something that you incur a lot of money to be able to say do in a business? You have to acquire to get this thing to be able to run your business. How can I be able to substitute this thing that is either too expensive, it is either incurring a lot of time in terms of time I pay for it to time I receive it? Is it causing my businesses to stall? How can I replace it? How can I be able to get alternative suppliers? You start thinking like that. How can I be able to use a product that can be able to substitute the same product? How can you be able to look at the threats to your business in terms of supply and think about the opportunities in terms of alternative supply, in terms of replacement? Can you even be able to replace certain expenses that are going to allow you to be able to create wealth? The law of replacement and substitution. Always constantly think about it. Can I replace it? Can I substitute this? Let me give you a mindset thing. A lot of people think you need to build a certain type of house to be able to live in a certain kind of way. What if you do a little bit different? A lot of people are building these big houses that they may not be able to use, tying a lot of capital that may otherwise go into investment. Why don't you build a tiny house with an alternative technology costing a quarter of the price and have money that is going to be creating value? Again, money that is not lying in idle resources in a personal home, creating value for you. That is how you think. You shift your mindset to think about how can I be able to generate value and create value and not tie down value in unnecessary things. Remember, when you walk around and always say, I have a house, it does not matter whether it is big or small. When people are called to raise their hands, those who have houses, you also have a house. It may be tiny, but it is efficient and is sufficient for you. The other thing that you need to do is complement your business. Complement your business. You are in real estate. Why don't you start, say, a YouTube channel or an Instagram channel, start talking about construction things. Something that is going to complement you and create a brand for you. Create a brand for you. Because remember, you may be skilled at something, but not everyone knows you. Not everyone knows who you are and what you can be able to do. Not everyone trusts you, because remember, the biggest currency in any business, in Kenya and in any country, is trust. Do people trust you? Are you credible enough? Because remember, at other places, a good name is even more important than money, because a good name can be able to give you opportunities, can be able to give you a loan, it can be able to give you opportunities, it can be able to give you businesses. I remember sometime going and listening to somebody, a rich guy, saying that even if I lost everything that I have now, all the money is gone, I would just only need 6 months to get back to this position that I am in. And I was shocked. How can you be able to get into this position? Because they said, my name speaks for itself. Money will locate me because of the name that I have created. Now think about that statement and think about your business. You need to create a good name and a good business. Complement your business, complement your education. Don't just be that accountant who is constantly dragged down by the ins and outs of your company. Start thinking about something else. Write a book. Start getting involved in speaking to people about money. Join the personal finance space. If you're a doctor, start a YouTube channel talking about health and issues that people are struggling with, because people will know your name and your name will speak volumes in your wealth generation. If you start a business, people will come to your business. People will trust you more because they're like, this YouTube guy, I trust him. I do not trust any other doctor, but this one I know. I will go to them because they trust you, they listen to you. You now have an audience that you can be able to activate towards increasing your business sales, increasing the value of your company, increasing the value of your business. People who are loyal and are going to buy the product that you offer because your name has been created. You have been complementing your business with your brand. You have been interchanging your brand and increasing your value of your brand, and you translate it into actual money in your pocket. I hope that you're learning, you're growing, and becoming better in your financial affairs. My name is George King'oru, your online finance guy. Remember to subscribe to the channel because I share tips like this and much more on wealth creation, wealth generation, wealth maintenance, and how to be better in your life financial. Thank you. Enjoy your day.